All right, so now let's get into the 10x copywriting sales method that I use to write the sales script that I've shown you earlier. That helped me convert a person from a complete stranger to a $250 sales. And of course, that customer is still with me, so I'm still trying to make as much juice as possible from that customer. So let's get down to business right now. Let's explain this method. So the 10x copywriting method was originally developed by this guy right here, Evaldo Albuquerque. I highly recommend you to go and read the book, The 16-Word Sales Letter by Evaldo Albuquerque, in which he outlines his method and explains it in detail. But to those of you who are not really into reading a 300-word or a 300-page book, not word, if it was word, it would be very easy to read, but it's a 300-page book. To those of you who are not interested to go that extra mile of spending a week reading the book, even though I highly recommend you, if you want to get the most value out of the person, go and read his book, because that's what I did. I read his book for an entire week, and I used his proven method of writing multi-million-dollar copy faster than you ever thought possible. So I actually read the book and read it a lot of times afterwards, because I felt the power in it, and I actually even experienced the power of the book. So to give you an idea about what this 16-word sales letter is, or 16-word sales copy is. So this guy, Evaldo, first of all, to those of you who are not Native Americans, some motivation, or if English is not your native language, this person is not English. He's from Portugal. And Portugal or Brazil, either one. And so English is not his native language. He came to the U.S. He's not a U.S. citizen. He is now a U.S. citizen, but he was not a U.S. citizen at the time he came. He came in as an immigrant, and he worked in a company called Agora. Now, in this company, he occupied a couple of, I would say, posts or jobs. And one of the jobs he occupied was starting at 2013. So he started with the company in 2009. And after 4 years, he got a job in the same company as a copywriter. And so, as you know, copywriting is extremely important in such big companies. And so he was tasked to write sales copy, right? And so from 2013 was nothing very, very fantastic. He was making $1 million in sales in his first year. And then in 2016, there was a little bit of, I would say, you could see that there is an improvement there. There's an improvement every single year, but in 2016, it's 4 times more than the amount he made in his first year. And so at that year, in 2016, he developed a method that he used later on in 2017 that 10x'd his copywriting sales. And in 2018, he took that from 4 million to 80 million. So it's 20 times more than 2016. And in 2017 is 10 times more than 2016. So he used this method. And of course, this is what the executives at the company Agora had to say about his method. So Bill Bonner, the founder of Agora, he says that this is the book I've been waiting for years. I've been asking myself, how can a guy whose native language is not even English be one of the best US copywriters in history? Now I have the answer, nicely reduced to a simple, understandable formula. And the best thing is that it's a usable formula. Anyone seriously interested in copywriting should discover Evaldo's secret. And so you could quite see over there that even the founder of Agora is a fan of the method. It's because, it made him $80 million in 2018 sales. So he could not be anything else other than satisfied with it. And so here's what the Mark Ford, best-selling author and chief growth strategist for Agora Incorporation, had to say about this method. He says, "It's not often that I come upon a copywriting strategy that feels new to me, and even less frequently do I encounter one that is both new and exciting. Evaldo Albuquerque's 16-word sales letter is such a strategy. I'm going to recommend this as a must-read to all my copywriting prodigies." So you can see that his method is endorsed by higher executives at the company Agora, in which he worked as a copywriter. And so you can see that this method is promising. So right now, let's go and read it or learning. But first thing is let's talk about the 3 biggest problems copywriters face in a later video.